welcome to an all-new episode of the Tarot Talk Show, only on the ParaEncounters Network. I'm your host, Rebecca Brown, broadcasting live from the beautiful yet cold and rainy hills of Northern California. It's a Monday night, and we're feeling pretty good, so thanks for joining us tonight. And you know my wonderful and amazing co-host, Tarot Tim Timothy Martin, is in the house with me today. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Rebecca. Hey, y'all. I think it's cold here, too, but I've been off the last 2 days, so I haven't even poked my head out the door.
Nice, nice. Well, it is fall. That's what we're coming into. So, how was your week?
Ups and downs, you know. We're just surfing the retrograde with everybody else and,
Right.
catching and fixing the glitches as they go.
I know it. Well, hang on, people. We're reaching the end of it. What, there's one more week left, I think? Doesn't it end next week?
25th, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say, it goes direct. Well, that'll be this week then, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so we should have a good Halloween. Yay.
Well, it's my weekend. I have Monday, Tuesdays off. So for me, I'm like, oh, next week. When really, it's this week. So,
right?
Days.
Yes, our weeks are constituent with our off days. That's when they count.
So true. I know. Drinking game alert. Tarot Tim won't know it, but anytime anyone says this word, take a sip from your Ace of Cups and drink as though you didn't just clean out your kitchen cabinets to make room for your ever-expanding tarot deck collection, which is actually what is happening to me, Tim. I'm getting so many decks and books, and in this teeny little place, I'm running out of room, you know? And even then, the funny part is, for the show, I was trying to decide what deck I wanted to use, what tarot deck, and I was going through all my decks, and it was like being in front of my huge closet and being like, I have nothing to wear, you know? It was kind of like that. I have no deck to read with. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I ended up settling on just, you know, Morgan Greer, which is my favorite anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, I do understand. I have refrained from retail therapy this week, though.
Yes, me too. I've been doing good, too. But still, running out of room. Anyway, so last week we had a really nice discussion on the Fool Tarot card and the Hermit, and we did a really nice session exercise just linking the cards together visually. And so that was awesome. If you missed that episode, it's now archived on our website, thetarottalk.com, where you can access all of our archive shows, read up on the guests, guest bios, and show notes, and even more. So be sure and check us out. You can also like us on Facebook, The Tarot Talk Show, and tweet us on the Twitter at The Tarot Talk Show. So we are everywhere by now. But going off of the conversation that we had on the Fool, I actually wanted to share with you, Tim, a couple little passages from one of my tarot books. This is the Book of Tokens by Paul Foster Case. He's one of the, I guess, old school authorities on the tarot. I just love him. But this is from his book, The Book of Tokens, 22 Meditations on the Way. He's also the author of the Kabbalistic Tarot, which is one of my tarot go-to books. It's like the Bible for me, so I love it. But I wanted to read this. Also the tarot, I know, he's very prolific. He's written some solid tarot.
Great author, if anyone's interested in reading up on tarot.
Absolutely. He is just fantastic. I absolutely love him. So I wanted to read this passage from his book, The Book of Tokens, 22 Meditations on the Ageless Wisdom. And it just gives me chills. And I was kind of thinking of this when we were discussing the Fool. So he writes about the Fool tarot card. I am, without beginning, without end, older than night or day, younger than the babe newborn, brighter than light, darker than darkness, beyond all things and creatures, yet fixed in the heart of every one. From me the shining worlds flow forth, to me all at last return. Yet to me neither men nor angels may draw nigh, for I am known only to myself. Ever the same is mine most inmost being, absolutely one, complete, whole, perfect, always itself, eternal, infinite, ultimate, formless, indivisible, changeless. Of all existence, I am the source, the continuation and the end. I am the germ, I am the growth, I am the decay. All things and creatures I send forth. I support them while yet they stand without. And when the dream of separation ends, I cause their return unto myself. I am the life and the wheel of the law, and the way that leadeth to the beyond. There is none else. From mine unfathomable will, the universe hath its beginning. In my boundless wisdom are the types and patterns of all things. Before all worlds I was. In all worlds I am. And when worlds are but a memory, I shall be. And I love that. It just gives me like chills. I love it because that's just
wonderful.
It's the source, and I just love it. So I wanted to share that because we were discussing the Fool. Yeah, Paul Foster Case, love him. He is just amazing. So thanks for listening. I got my house that the other day. I was like, oh, this is so good. I got to share it. So that was a good discussion because the Fool really is the beginning, the source, and fits in anywhere in the tarot line.
Oh yeah, and we know it's my favorite card in the deck, so.
Absolutely. Yep.
In case y'all haven't seen my big, huge Fool.
All up the arm, yeah. Yeah, very cool.
This is my coming out of the tarot closet.
Yes.
Tattoo and card.
Well, tonight I thought we would discuss tarot and metaphor. And I think that as readers, we communicate a lot in metaphor, really. I think it makes the cards relatable. I think it makes the reading, I don't know if I say down to earth, because I'm starting to hate that term, down to earth. I feel like it's almost overused. Do you know what I mean? But it makes the reading relatable. And it's something, metaphor is something that we all grow up with. I mean, especially you, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. I'm from the South, so there is a saying for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, right. Yeah, we were saying before the show, it's going to be tonight on the Tarot Talk, things my granny said.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So we've all grown up with it. No matter what your culture, you have metaphor, ways of relating to the world around you. And really, that's what tarot is also. It's like pictorial metaphors, and I love it. So what I thought we would do is we would take the deck, and we'll shuffle as usual, and then just pull a card and see what metaphor kind of comes to mind and how we could use that metaphor to communicate with the person we're reading for, or even for ourselves, even for if we're just pulling a card on our day, the day ahead. So, okay, so let's go. Pull one. What deck are you using? Are you still using your Robin Wood?
I've got the Robin Wood, but I also pulled the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, so we'll see which one grabs me first.
Very fun. Very fun. All right, I'm just going to random pull from here. We have, the Hierophant. All right, the Hierophant.
Ah.
So metaphor.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yes. Or even because I said so, Although it's very Emperor also. But yeah. The Hierophant often represents like the establishment, like the man. The man's getting me down, I'm working for the man. This to me, the system, that kind of, everybody knows what that means. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the system. Red tape is coming to mind. Bureaucracy, red tape. Holier than thou. We've all heard that, right? Yeah, holier than thou. His hat right now is like, it looks like, what is it? Is it ABBA that has the red hats? Do you know what I mean? His little...
Devo.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I knew you would know. Okay, that's just what's coming to me right now. I'm like, yes. That's very, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yes. So he's going to whip it good.
I was going to say, whip it good. Yeah, like what I'm getting from this hat-looking thing he's got. Yeah, so those are some metaphors for that are coming to mind. Visually, the keys at his feet, keys to the kingdom, yeah, keys to the kingdom.
And what's also coming to me, and we're doing it, is Don't judge a book by its cover.
How so?
Well, I've never had a great relationship with a Hierophant.
Yeah, I know.
Because of that whole thing. But it's evolved because I've had different decks and I've seen different things, and now, he can represent dogma and he can represent the system and the man and everything, but he's also the shaman, the storyteller, the one who keeps tradition alive, and looks out for the people. If you've got a good one,
Sure.
So it's I'm getting a more positive vibe on him than I used to.
Oh, well, good. That's great. You're making friends with him. I kind of feel the same way about the Hangman. I'm slowly coming around, to the Hangman. But you're right. I think that's one of the challenges with the Hierophant in the tarot line is to really, we're challenged to discover for ourselves what teachers are true, what prophets are true, which prophets are false. And it can be difficult. It's really difficult to see that.
The tarot, and a lot of people probably don't see it like that, it's the tarot itself can be a big metaphor for the whole religion thing, because there's a lot of dogma involved. There's people that tell you this card always means that, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way, when really, just like with spirit, you need to have your own personal relationship and go from the gut. There's a metaphor for you. Listen to the gut.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, what do you got?
Three of Swords.
Oh, Three of Swords. Oh, shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Yeah, that's what's coming to mind.
Yeah.
Best name. Three of Swords. Oh, God. Ooh. Shot through the heart. Just, it's hard. It's just a painful, love is pain, I guess. Love is pain. Lessons learned. I think there's quite a bit of value with the Three of Swords. As painful as it can be, those, the lessons that you learn from that card of pain are valuable ones that you're not going to forget. It's that wisdom that pulls from the Ace of Swords, that sword of truth. And you're not the same afterward.
Yeah.
But,
I'm actually hearing Dolly singing I Will Always Love You, because it's also when you're in the middle of it and you won't let go of it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with the three, is people are just hanging on to that feeling and the emotion. It's almost like if you deal with it and let it go, you're betraying the love, and it's letting it not be real. And, sometimes we like to cling to those illusions, even when they don't serve us very well anymore.
Well, sure. And I agree. The Three of Swords is so early in that line. It's so fresh. The pain is fresh. The lesson is new. And you're right. Things haven't evolved to the point where you're ready to let it go. Time heals all wounds kind of comes to mind, but I think that is maybe further on down that sword line. I feel like Three of Swords, you just need to feel it. Just feel the emotion.
Yeah, now I'm hearing that broken-hearted song from Paul Young, so it's definitely... Everything's music and TV with me, guys. It all pops in my head that way.
Well, even that's metaphor, I would think. Those references that we make. And I think that's great. And I don't know about you, but I know that sometimes... It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes when I do turn over cards, I'll hear, like, that image will prompt some song or just something that I just start hearing. And you're more mediumistic than I am. And so sometimes, for you, it comes across as a message, right, from the other... Yeah,
Spirit uses a lot of pop reference for me, because I am full of useless trivia and TV and songs. And, everyone said I'd be their lifeline on Millionaire or Jeopardy if they had one, so... I guess that's a good thing.
I think the Three of Swords, to choose company, three as a crowd, is also coming to mind. Just because sometimes the Three of Swords can indicate a triangle of sorts. Sometimes, a love triangle, or just a third element even that's introduced into a situation, be it work or money, that you might not be aware of. So that's coming to mind. It's not easy. It's not an easy one at all.
No.
All right, let's pull another one. What's it going to be? Oh, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords.
Don't go rushing blindly in is coming to mind.
Blindly in, fools rush in. Yeah. Yeah. Two of Swords is very, can be static. Like it's that split second of pause before the action, before the Three of Swords, really. The tipping point, maybe. You know what I mean? Like it's that little pause right before the tipping point. And it's, just hanging in the balance. I like that.
Yeah.
Balance.
Oh, here's the big old metaphor again. This is definitely one my granny would say when she was irritated for procrastination. Crap or get off the pot.
I like it. Yes. Very Two of Swords. Yeah. Crap or get off the pot. I like it. Yep. Make a decision or wait for that third element to be introduced. Because, it by nature, it can't stay the two. It's going to turn into the three. I guess.
It's also the early bird gets the worm. Because if you wait too long, the opportunity is going to be gone.
I like that. Right. It's just kind of a calm before the storm, maybe, in a way. It's that, maybe not a satisfied calm, but it's, before the action of the Three of Swords, for sure. All right, pull another one.
What do we get? That is the Magician.
Ooh, the Magician. Absolute power corrupts.
Yeah.
What's that saying? Okay, what is it? It's like absolute power corrupts and something corrupts absolutely. Does that make, it's like something like that,
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh, okay. Eric's got it. Thanks, Eric. The Magician is so full of power, and sometimes it's like, okay, what are you going to use it for? Are you going to use it for good or for evil, Because there's a lot of power with that card. Very, very dynamic.
Yeah, there's some illusion there sometimes, too, though. They are powerful, but sometimes they want you to think they're all powerful. They're not necessarily.
All that glitters is not gold. Yes, the Magician's very, just that really dynamic energy. What's also coming to mind is, I think, maybe be careful what you wish for with the Magician. So be careful that you send out into the world, just the words that you say or the energy or the things that you really want to manifest. Just, be careful what you wish for. I think it's when we get the things we really want the most, that's when our real troubles begin. And I think that's, that could be a metaphor for that.
Well, so many people direct their power, their wishcraft, in the wrong way. You wake up and you've got things to do that you don't really want to do. Oh, it's going to be such a horrible day. Nothing's going to go right. Okay, well, self-fulfilling prophecies. The universe will make you have a really, really bad day.
Right.
That's like everything has to, if it's not difficult, it's not worth it. And, no pain, no gain, which is crap. You don't have to suffer to make things happen. But if you think that things have to be hard-won to be relevant and worthy, the universe tends to give you some trials to go along with all your stuff. There was a really and I wasn't a big fan of the show, but there was an interesting episode of Star Trek Voyager where Janeway had to go through all these trials to save a crew member. And at the end of it, it wound up she didn't have to, but they gave her all these trials because they knew she wouldn't believe them if they just said, oh, it's this easy, you can just do this.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So all of our Trekkies just got it. Everybody else is like, what?
All right, let me pull another one. What we got? Oh, I pulled the Magician also.
Oh, yay. Apparently we've only scratched that surface then. There's the metaphor for you.
Oh, Two of Pentacles.
Ah.
I love it.
Easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy go. Yeah, right.
Rob Peter to pay Paul.
Oh, that's interesting. What do you mean by that?
That's just always a saying when you're like broke.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you have to rob Peter to pay Paul, but you never really get ahead with that.
Oh, you never. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess the wheels of time, like even the daytime soap, like sands through the hourglass, like these are the days of our lives. Like, I feel like that's very Two of Pentacles because it's so infinite. It's just about the ebb and flow, come and go. Yeah. Just the rhythm of the universe really is in the Two of Pentacles, which is why I love it.
And I think that we tend to focus on the ebb because when it's flowing, we're happy and enjoying it and everything. But
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
One of my sayings, and I just came up with it. I don't think I ever heard anyone else say it. When you're like really broke, I'm so broke. If I had a pot to piss in, I'd be at the pawn shop.
I got
Yes, I'm Southern, y'all.
Totally. Well, and there's such a timelessness that's associated with the Two of Pentacles. I mean, it's really one of my favorite cards in the tarot. There's such a timelessness. And what's also coming to mind with this card is, you can't step in the same river twice because it's not the same river and you're not the same person, when you step into it. And I think that that's also very Two of Pentacles. And in that sense, I feel like it elevates this card from just being about ebb and flow and going through the motions, living your life, to something really, really special. Like, even, it's exciting. I think it makes everything new, the Two of Pentacles. Like, even when you do the same things every day, you're really not, because the world is different. You're different. Yeah, there's a timelessness and a kind of a really lovely, magical quality to the pen.
I'm getting a whole, MAME vibe right now. If you read the book or saw one of the versions of the movies, which is funny because that's that was one of the little in jokes. The rich snooty people owned the place. It was ups and downs, and then MAME's saying was life's a banquet and most poor SOBs are starving to death. Because you don't have to be. It is like surfing. You ride that tide, and it's a perfect card for the Mercury retrograde.
It really is.
It's a great card for the retrograde because it really is just hang on, enjoy it. The twos work very well, though. I think even the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles work really well together because it's figuring out what's right and wrong and how to deal with the situation and keep it moving. Because while the Two of Swords is very static, the Two of Pentacles is in full motion at all the time. Because that little wire is, they're moving. Whether it's up and down, if not forward, they're still got some motion going.
Absolutely. Well, and even Two of Swords, even the stasis with the Two of Swords, it's so fast because the swords are very fast moving. Like I said, it's like that brief pause before you throw the ball. It's like that split moment in time where nothing's going, and then that third element drives it forward. So yeah, I love the twos. It's all about balance and just the flow, just the flow of the universe. Yeah, I love it.
Sidekick agrees.
All right, pull another one. Don't mind my dog. He's listening to, I don't even know.
Well, he was looking out the window, but now he's watching you.
He's being protective. He saw my neighbor.
Three of Wands.
Three of Wands.
Oh, it's waiting for the ships to come in, definitely.
Ship to come in. These boots are made for walking. That's kind of what's coming to mind there, because that's the sun in Aries, the Three of Wands. It's like this really hard-hitting energy that's just there. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's like looking over the horizon, you know?
Yeah, waiting for your ship to come in.
Oh, well, here's another saying for you that my granny used to say. Wish in one hand, crap in the other one. See which one gets full first. Because there's a lot of that there. Because they're they've put in some work, but now they're just like, they're waiting. It's like, it needs to happen.
Needs to happen. Also, I think seizing opportunities. I was noticing the guys holding the globe. So it could be like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, really. You know, there's that saying where what we've got is better than chasing after these other things. So, good. I like it. All right, what else we got here? Oh, temperance. Okay.
Ah.
Temperance. Well, we've got the angel mixing the cups, creating. You are what you eat is coming to mind. So you are what you eat. You are what you take in.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting, considering temperance is before the devil. You know, whatever you're taking in can really come back to bite you. Whatever you're surrounding yourself with, playing with. There's a lot of play, I think, involved in temperance.
Getting, you know, you won't get more than you can handle.
I like that.
It really pulls from, you know.
Good. Maybe like a light in the distance, light around the corner, something like that. I'm just noticing the sun in the background. It's good. Okay, pick one. Pick another one.
Knight of Pentacles.
Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Saving for a rainy day. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is cautious like that. Like, it's the guy who started his savings account when he was 10, and he's been slowly, like, putting a little bit of it away, you know, and he's fairly well off by the time he's in his 30s. Because he's been saving.
Right.
So, yeah, saving for a rainy day comes to mind with that. So if that came to mind, could be suggesting, you know, to someone to really watch their money, to put some away, to not be as carefree with it.
Yeah, and it's definitely the fool's rush in vibe, because this guy's not moving quick. There's no quick decisions. There's no, you know, instant. This guy is going to have flow charts and pro and con lists, and, you know, yeah. He's not making hasty decisions.
No, not at all. Yet I feel the Knight of Pentacles.
It's also that you measure twice, cut once.
You
know?
That's good. But yet I also feel like sometimes the Knight of Pentacles can be a hint to do the opposite. Maybe there's too much caution that's being exercised. Maybe you need to live a little bit, you know, like let your hair down. I guess it's, so sometimes I feel like it can be the opposite that comes to mind.
Oh, yeah. He definitely, he's one that needs a kick in the pants sometimes.
Yeah. Slow as molasses. There you go. Slow as molasses. That's, yeah. Or as slow as the day is long, you know. That's definitely the Knight of Pentacles energy. Which, yeah, you can't force. Because if you do, he'll be stubborn. He gets stubborn.
Very.
All right, what else have we got? Four of Swords. Four of Swords. It's like, give me a break, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, catch a break, give me a break. Right, just hitting the pause button.
Yeah, rebooting.
Right, rebooting, retreat. Yeah, just taking a much needed hiatus. Right. Just really taking a break. Like it. What else you got?
Seven of Wands.
Seven of Wands. Okay. It's very dynamic. Can be prickly. Stubborn as a mule.
Yes.
Seven of Wands. Stubborn as a mule.
King of the Mountain, though.
Oh, I like that. King of the Mountain.
Because he's not moving. He's got the high ground.
Right. Digging your heels in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Taking on all comers. I mean, there's...
Bring it on. It's like bring it on. I think that's very Seven of Wands.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll do a couple more. Let's see. Bring it on. Chariot. Chariot.
And a rut comes to mind.
The rut. Yeah. Hold your horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it could also be like charging ahead, charging right along, or even just charge in general. Everybody knows what that is. Like, charge.
Yep. I'm getting also, because when you tell people the chariot, they tend to think of themselves and their journey and whatever, but it's actually working as a team, and there's no I in team. So you need to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Good. I like that a lot. Right. It's true. It's that really fine balance. Run ragged is also coming to mind. Like if this is, the chariots can be fast moving also. So fast you can hardly keep track of it. Yeah, too much chariot and you have to take a Four Swords, you know?
Right?
I like that. But a lot of power here. A lot of very, very dynamic. Horsepower.
Yeah.
Very.
Now I'm also getting, which is more of a dog metaphor, but it's, don't spin your wheels, don't chase your tail. It's, definitely don't go in those circles.
Right.
Most people haven't driven a wagon. I grew up on a farm, so I have actually had the pleasure. And if you don't pay attention, it's just like a car being out of alignment. You let go of the wheel, you will wind up doing a big circle and being right back at the beginning again.
Sure, I bet. Yeah.
It's just a little frustrating, so yeah, pay attention.
I like that. Okay, pick one more.
Ace of Swords.
Ace of Swords. The truth will set you free. Beauty is truth. That's the whole poem. Yeah, beauty is truth. Truth is beauty, and that's all you know on earth and all you need to know. Like, that's Ace of Swords to me.
Yeah. Do the right thing.
I like it. First cut is the deepest.
Yep.
Sword. So truth, communication. What's some like communication metaphor? I don't know.
Well, it's all about speaking your truth.
Speak now, or forever hold your peace.
I like that. Yes. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Very nice. Yeah. Very good. I like that a lot. Good. Well, should we pull a card on the week ahead? We haven't done that in a little while.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Well, waiting for my to fall off my. Pick a card, any card, and of course we got to have some metaphor thrown in there. All right.
Oh, I got the 10 of Cups.
Oh, that's nice. I love the 10 of Cups.
That's a very, very Brady Bunch card. You know, the happy family, the blending in, everyone working together. It's a lot of happy going around.
I like that. Yeah, happy, content. A lot of connection, too, with the 10 of Cups. The Cups cards being those, like, emotional ties we have to people, soul ties. It's good connection. And, you know, like I said, it's funny. I think that this Mercury in retrograde, for me, has been all about connections with people. Deepening connections, clarifying connections, important truths, honest conversations. It's been good. It's that Mercury and Libra energy, which is, yeah, very, very 10 of Cups. I think that connection.
Yeah, I think it's also the cards reminding me that I need to make a phone call after this because it's my Aunt Bet's 80th birthday today.
Aw, Aunt Beth.
Bet.
Aunt Bet. Oh, well, happy birthday, Aunt Bet.
Yeah.
Well, for you, I drew the Ace of Cups. So that's also about connection.
Well, I love that. It's the beginning and the end of that whole journey. So it's showing how circular it all is. So, and we're in the last few days of the retrograde, which is all about, it's a good time to look at the past, find those patterns and those emotional things that don't work and let go of them. Mm-hmm. So you can let go of all this stuff that doesn't work anymore and you can start over. So it's a nice little emotional reboot.
I think so too. And it's not only can you start over, but you can have abundance because my cup overfloweth, you know, with the Ace of Cups. It's just so abundant and full. And there's no fear here with this at all. It's that trust that will be filled.
The metaphors, when you take those two opposing things, are so wide open and diverse because, I mean, you can get the whole, with letting go, it's don't cry over spilled milk, you know. But then you've also got all these beginnings and all the happiness and, you know, opportunity that you want to grab a hold of. So, yeah, I like that for the week.
I do too. Feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a lot of unfinished business is going to finally move along.
It's abundant. It's free. What's that song, Free Falling, is kind of coming to mind. Like, no, free falling. Yeah, that's like, I think, Ace of Cups. It's good. I like that. I like it a lot. Well, cool.
Yeah, and it's cool we got cups, so it's definitely dealing with a lot of emotional stuff.
Right, emotional stuff, connections, yeah, family, relationships. Yeah, that's stuff that maybe causes us the most Three of Swords, but yet at the same time gives us the most fulfillment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, double-edged sword. I think double-edged sword for Ace of Swords is another metaphor.
Yeah.
That's definitely, yeah, what love and connection is all about. It's good, though. We have to believe it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. So crusty. Are you being all crusty, Bachelor?
Oh, I love family and all that stuff, and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I'm perfectly content being up on my mountain.
You're funny.
Yeah, I even decided, I was debating getting a cat, and I decided it was way too much work, and cats are no work at all, so there you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, dogs can be a pain. Hey.
See, he agrees we don't need cats.
And he hates cats. He hates everything, though. He's a brat. Yeah, my dog is very... I would say my dog is very Page of Swords. Like, he's kind of an asshole. And he just rushes ahead and, like, doesn't think about things. And he's all... Well, yeah, he's like Page of Swords, but also Page of Wands in that way. Like, he's all heart. You know, he thinks he's bigger than he really is. I mean, he's only, like, 12 pounds. But I've seen him, like, take on pit bulls. I mean, he's like, fearless. Like, stupidly fearless, which I think is very Page of Swords. Also, you know, like those people who just are kind of reckless and they just rush into things, you know.
Yeah. He's, he can be a little cunning and conniving, too.
Oh, yeah, he's smart. Oh, sure.
Because, well...
That's very Page of Swords also.
When Rebecca was here, we had a tarot group that met and was like around her kitchen table, and there's all these people, and she's pushed completely up under the table and won't let him in her lap. So he starts at the other side of the table, jumps in someone's lap, and is squeezing under the table and going across laps till he can squeeze under her lap, because he's going to get there one way or another.
Mm-hmm. Determined, that's right. That's that.
Uh-huh.
Wands determination. Oh my gosh. Like the Wands people, they're just... Yeah, they're all heart, and if they want something or feel that burning desire to do something, they're unstoppable. But I think that, like, even the Swords people, though, more so just because they have that steely determination. I always said the Swords people, you know, they're the first ones in, they're the last ones out. You know, you don't want to go head-to-head with a Swords-type person because I think they'll outlast you in the end. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of swords in me, you know.
Determination, that laser sharp focus of the Swords quartz. It's amazing. There's nothing to do.
Swords that's that whole pen is mightier than the sword thing, but swords are masters of words.
Mm-hmm. Well, and swords contain words.
And we will cut you down.
Yeah. They're so fast thinking, fast writing. You can't outthink Swords people. They're just on top of it. And then, yeah, they've got that steely determination.
See, and I'm a Gemini, so I can see both sides, all sides, just like instantly. I understand both sides. And then, you know, it's like, and then I say what I have to say about both sides and tend to just piss everybody off. But it's funny that because of the words and just the way I am, no one ever stays mad at me.
Well, no, of course not, because you have that Southern charm, right?
It's always, it's just Tim. I hear that a lot. It's just Tim.
Right.
Listen, my friend's mom used to tell everyone that I could look at them, smile, and tell them they were an asshole to their face, and they'd say thank you. Because it comes off that way. It's
very Southern, yeah. Or just charm in general, which is a very Wands quality. The Wands quartz have that charm. Or even, I would say the Cups do too. The Cups quartz, they can be like the smooth talkers, but I feel like it's maybe a little less natural as it is for the Wands quartz, you know? Like, for example, the Knight of Wands. Very, like brash, but also it's just charming enough. I feel like with a Knight of Cups, that smooth talking charm, it might be natural, but I feel like it's intentional, whereas the Knight of Wands, they're just being who they are. You know, it's like a more innate, natural, kind of unlearned charm, and they get away with a lot. For sure.
Yeah, well, that's like a lot of people do affectations of Southern, you know, where they'll call you honey or sweetie or whatever, and it's like, you know, your tip is dependent on what you do, not trying to schmooze me, so just get to work.
It's very Swords. Funny. All right. Well, we are coming up on time here. Tim, how can the viewers get in touch with you?
You can always find me on Facebook at Timothy's Tarot. Or if you're in the Dover, Delaware area, you can get me at Bell Book and Candle. It's 678-4545.
All right. Well, as always, thank you for joining me tonight. It's always so good to see your face and talk some tarot with you. And I'm your host, Rebecca Brown. You can get in touch with me by emailing the show, the Tarot Talk Show, tarottalk@gmail.com. And you can visit our website, thetarottalk.com, to access all of our archive shows and guest bios and more. And be sure to check out my blog, 365daysoftarot.com. And that's all we've got for tonight. So join us next week, same time, same place, Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, only on the ParaEncounters Network. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
From his book, The Book of Tokens, 22 Meditations on the Ageless Wisdom. And it just gives me chills. And I was kind of thinking of this when we were discussing the Fool. So he writes about the Fool tarot card. I am without beginning, without end, older than night or day, younger than the babe newborn, brighter than light, darker than darkness, beyond all things and creatures, yet fixed in the heart of every one. From me the shining worlds flow forth, to me all at last return. Yet to me neither men nor angels may draw nigh, for I am known only to myself. Ever the same is mine most inmost being, absolutely one, complete, whole, perfect, always itself, eternal, infinite, ultimate, formless, indivisible, changeless. Of all existence, I am the source, the continuation and the end. I am the germ, I am the growth, I am the decay. All things and creatures I send forth. I support them while yet they stand without. And when the dream of separation ends, I cause their return unto myself. I am the life and the wheel of the law, and the way that leadeth to the beyond. There is none else. Everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Tarot Talk Show, only on the ParaEncounters Network. I'm your host, Rebecca Brown, broadcasting live from the beautiful yet cold and rainy hills of Northern California. It's a Monday night, and we're feeling pretty good, so thanks for joining us tonight. And you know my wonderful and amazing co-host, Tarot Tim Timothy Martin, is in the house with me today. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Rebecca. Hey, y'all. I think it's cold here too, but I've been off the last 2 days, so I haven't even poked my head out the door.
Nice, nice. Well, it is fall. That's what we're coming into. So, how was your week?
Ups and downs, you know. We're just surfing the retrograde with everybody else and right. Catching and fixing the glitches as they go.
I know it. Well, hang on, people. We're reaching the end of it. What, there's one more week left, I think? Doesn't it end next week?
25th, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say, it goes direct. Well, that'll be this week then, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so we should have a good Halloween. Yay.
Well, it's my weekend. From mine unfathomable will, the universe hath its beginning. In my boundless wisdom are the types and patterns of all things. Before all worlds I was. In all worlds I am. And when worlds are but a memory, I shall be. And I love that. It just gives me chills. I love it because that's just
wonderful.
It's the source, and I just love it. So I wanted to share that because we were discussing the Fool. Yeah, Paul Foster Case, love him. He is just amazing. So thanks for listening. I got to my house the other day. I was like, oh, this is so good. I got to share it. So that was a good discussion because the Fool really is the beginning, the source, and fits in anywhere in the tarot line.
Oh yeah, and we know it's my favorite card in the deck, so.
Absolutely. Yep.
In case y'all haven't seen my big, huge Fool.
All up the arm, yeah. Yeah, very cool.
This is my coming out of the tarot closet.
Yes.
Tattoo and card.
Well, tonight I thought we would discuss tarot and metaphor. And I think that as readers, I have Monday, Tuesdays off. So for me, I'm like, oh, next week, when really it's this week. So,
right.
Days.
Yes, our weeks are constituent with our off days. That's when they count.
So true. I know. Drinking game alert. Tarot Tim won't know it, but anytime anyone says this word, take a sip from your Ace of Cups and drink as though you didn't just clean out your kitchen cabinets to make room for your ever-expanding tarot deck collection, which is actually what is happening to me, Tim. I'm getting so many decks and books, and in this teeny little place, I'm running out of room, And even then, the funny part is, for the show, I was trying to decide what deck I wanted to use, what tarot deck, and I was going through all my decks, and it was like being in front of my huge closet and being like, I have nothing to wear, It was kind of like that. I have no deck to read with. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I ended up settling on just, the Morgan Greer, which is my favorite anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, I do understand. I have refrained from retail therapy this week, though.
Yes, me too. I've been doing good, too. But still, running out of room. Anyway, so last week we had a really nice discussion on the Fool Tarot card and the Hermit, and we did a really nice session exercise just linking the cards together visually. And so that was awesome. If you missed that episode, it's now archived on our website, thetarottalk.com, where you can access all of our archived shows, read up on the guests, guest bios, and show notes, and even more. So be sure and check us out. You can also like us on Facebook, The Tarot Talk Show, and tweet us on the Twitter at The Tarot Talk Show. So we are everywhere by now. But going off of the conversation that we had on the Fool, I actually wanted to share with you, Tim, a couple little passages from one of my tarot books. This is the Book of Tokens by Paul Foster Case. He's one of the, old school authorities on the tarot. I just love him. But this is from his book, The Book of Tokens, 22 Meditations on the Way. He's also the author of the Kabbalistic Tarot, which is one of my tarot go-to books. It's like the Bible for me, so I love it. But I wanted to read this. Also the tarot. I know, he's very prolific. He's written some solid tarot.
Great author, if anyone's interested in reading up on tarot.
Absolutely. He is just fantastic. I absolutely love him. So I wanted to read this passage